Good morning, my brothers and sisters. I want to talk today about how to stay in heaven. We're going to get this from Psalm 100. We're in a series called The Psalms of My Friends, and today it's Psalm 100. It's only 5 verses long. And yesterday we talked up from Psalm 100 about how to get to gladness, specifically gladness in the church. And we cracked the code of how you move from regular service or maybe even grouchy service to service with gladness. Read with me Psalm 100, 5 verses. Make a joyful noise to the Lord, all the earth. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come into his presence with singing. Know that the Lord, he is God. It is he who made us, and we are his. We are his people and the sheep of his pasture. Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him. Bless his name. For the Lord is good. His steadfast love endures forever, and his faithfulness to all generation. So, regarding serving the saints that serve the supposedly unlovely, they're the ones that are also serving us. So, they're the ones that teach us how to be glad. The Lord wants to give us gladness. Now, you should not be or endeavor to be that grouchy server in the church. He wants you to serve for sure, but he wants you to serve gladly. So if you cannot yet serve the Lord with gladness, then serve alongside someone who is serving the Lord with gladness. Why? Well, that's because that is how he's going to give you gladness. So, where do I find these people? Well, you find them serving the unlovely. So, the answer to your not serving gladly is, in fact, to serve and to serve with the glad, for it's they that will show you how to serve gladly. All right, so today, other than wanting us to remember how to serve with the glad, I want to remind us of Hesed in Psalm 100. It's also in 246 other places in the Old Testament. So you cannot understand the interaction of God with the people of God without understanding the reality of Hesed. It's a Hebrew word. And I say that humbly. Do any of us fully understand the interaction of God with mankind? No, not really. We're doing the best we can. So you cannot understand the Old Testament or even the New Testament without it. So what is it? Hesed is God's covenantal faithfulness, and it's mentioned here in Psalm 100 as the foundation of the psalm. Verse 5, for the Lord is good, his steadfast love endures forever, and his faithfulness to all generations. And then all the wonders of Psalm 100 about us responding by making a joyful noise and serving with gladness and responding with the right attitude and knowledge, entering his courts with thanksgiving and blessing him. All that is dependent upon the dependability of God. Here's something to write down if you're writing in your Bible margin. Here it is. We desperately depend upon the dependability of God. So Hesed isn't theoretical, it's necessary. It's not potential, it's critical. And it isn't this hopeful thing, it's crucial. So without being God in this good way, we are in big trouble. In a sense, your eternal possession by God is dependent upon this steadfast love, the faithfulness, the rock solidness of the Lord's character. That's what we call Hesed. Now, people for thousands of years have relied fully on this character already, and we rely on it right this very second as we speak. He's holding all the atoms together. He's maintaining gravity and orbital accuracy and all these myriad of other things. And we're going to rely on God's Hesed 1,000 years from now. Now, I want you to think with me about this. So let's say 1,000 years from now, we've been in heaven for 1,000 years, and God suddenly stops being of the character of Hesed. So his faithful loyalty to his knuckleheaded people somehow stops. Now, I realize this is actually heresy that I'm speaking of, but stay with me here. So the idea is that if he is unfaithful, then we all fall out of heaven. Hesed, was that pillar that we all stood upon and we were standing on with him for eternity. And without that pillar of Hesed, 1,000 years from now, we all fall out of heaven. For if there is no steadiness with God, then there's nothing to stand on, or at least nothing to stand on for long. So here's an amazing new thought, and that is that we absolutely depend upon the Hesed character of God to put us into heaven, or at least allow us a way that we could get there. And we depend upon God's Hesed for our continuance there. So do you see it? It's him. It's his grace. It's his steadfastness that keeps us there. Without his Hesed, we'd be in trouble now, and we'd also be in trouble in the future. Hesed is the reason, or one of the critical elements, of how you will stay in heaven. And if you'd like to hear more about how we can get you to heaven, stay with me. Come back tomorrow. We'll see you then. Thanks for listening.